Well, on site now, and I mean, the weather's pretty miserable, but at least it's not lashing down, so we should be alright. I'll show you what we're going to do. Right, so I thought to get my new pipe into that chamber, I'm just going to have to slow bend around it through the footing, and we're in the room. From this point, there's enough fall then under the kitchen units to have the sink pretty much anywhere on this run. And if it's going into the island, well, the island is going to be pretty much where this wall's being taken down in the middle, so that's fine. I thought that's great. So I thought, first of all, I'll have to deal with this rainwater pipe. So I dug this, and bear in mind, the rainwater pipe is just the other side of that pile of muck, right? I thought it's bound to change direction soon. Sean Connery. Maybe I'm losing my sex appeal. Doesn't look like it's changing direction anytime soon, does it? So my other thought then was perhaps it goes up until it's at, 90 degrees to the chamber, which is, can you just see it there? And then it maybe sweeps round and goes down there. But either way, it doesn't really matter because I thought, well, do you know what? I'm going to triple check this time whether that is coming into that chamber over there. So I tottered over here. So I'll just have a look, and I thought, oh, someone's left the lid off the chamber. I didn't do that because I thought, oh, perhaps my customer did it. And I got closer and saw this. So there's either a very strong rat that is now roaming around these parts, which is slim, and then I saw that. So I'm thinking, unless it was raining 4-inch block last night, as well as a lot of rain, then I'd say the most likely culprit was whoever picked this up. Not sure how it ended up from there all the way here to smash that drain. So yeah, that's going to need a new lid. It wasn't Craig, by the way. He had a new lad, the new lad that I made a nice cup of tea for. But I'm not mad, but could have told me. I'm going to dig that bit of cast iron out and then spray my hose down that pipe again just to make sure. And if it is, I'll probably just cut a wee bit more off there so she's out of the way. But there, bung it. I know I can connect onto that at a later date. And then if I wanted to, I'm thinking maybe I could leave that chamber in. Do you know why? A, you don't want to cause more expense than you have to. Plus, I'm going to have to dig a great big hole around there just to get it back in again. If I could join these two runs from the bathroom together now and just have it coming out of one outlet, which is the one in that direction. Inlet, sorry, not outlet. Blah, blah. And then the one that's coming in this direction is just water again, isn't it? So it's pretty much acting as the same wash away as that tap is. So we might save ourselves some time, actually. Well, that is confirmation again for the third time that is definitely that rainwater pipe. Those bloody cavity balls get absolutely everywhere. Defy gravity. They're a bit like Ready Breck. Jesus. Doesn't matter how carefully you open that packet. Poof! Well, must be my lucky day today, because I cut back to where I needed it to be. I thought, oh God, I'm going to have to dig all the way around this pipe now so I can get my little 4-inch grinder in to cut it off. And then, lo and behold, just where I needed it, a socket end. So that either is just a coupler and it carries on, or changes direction there. But either way, I don't care. Oh, right, so finally down to the pipes now. So I've ordered what I need. Just going to go and pick that up in a minute. So basically, that's the toilet, that's the sink. So what I'll do, I'll cut that coupling through there, cut that coupling through there, take it all out back to where they stick through the wall, there, and then probably just chuck the Y piece straight on there, work backwards to get them to connect onto there. Quickly show you what I'm trying to achieve here. So I'm going to plop that Y branch onto there like so. Is that going to get in the way of that? Possibly. Perhaps I'll just connect it where that one is. Not much room, but it should be enough. And yeah, I've got a couple of adjustable angles to try and get that pipe there. That looks like a 45 as well, to be honest. Instead of that one there, 45 sweeps into there. And that's spot on then. Oh, that is pretty rank in there, dudes. Hope it don't flick in my face. Well, considering that's supposed to just be a tap, what the fudge monkeys is all that? Ugh. Ugh, she stinks. Okay, well, that's gross. Oh, I might have to get my hose because that is ming. Ming, mingany, ming, mingany, ming, ming, manoo. Sha la 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 loo. Ming, mingany, ming, mingany, ming, 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 mong. I can smell the most terrible pong. I can smell the most terrible pong. Right, well, if that was the nice one, if there is such a thing, then this, Jesus, I'm dreading this. Oh, wish me luck. Oh, don't be a wuss, man. Just get it cut. Oh, I can see puddles. I can see puddles. Ah, poo splash on my leg. Poo splash on my leg. Poo splash on my leg. What? Poo splash on my leg. There's a poo splash on my leg. What? Yep. Poo splash on my leg. What? Give it a wiggle, give it a wiggle, give it a wiggle. Oh. Dear God, that's disgusting. I'm gonna give it a wishy-wash with my fire hose thing. What's up there? Anything? Nope, we're good. Give her a wiggle. Oh, well, that wasn't in there very well, was it? Look at that. I reckon that was leaking, mate, so fresh bit of pipe in there it is. I don't trust this one anymore now. It stinks, baby. Oh, she stinks, baby. Stinks, baby. She stinks, baby. Baby. Oh, is she in? No, that one isn't there very well either. Jesus Christ. Scrape a bit of them chippings out now. I need my first shovel from Fisher Price. On this side. Damage that rubber. Unscrew that, and then that just goes. Sure. Yes. We don't need a slip coupler there because they go apart. That one there like that, and then completely unscrew that, slide him on the pipe, and then screw him back together again. That's what I'm going to try and do anyway, because there's no way in hell I'm going to get piece of pipe coupler, slip collar, piece of pipe. It's a bit tight there, so I'll go and get the pipe. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure to the knuckle on there, generally about 50mm, 55mm. 55mm is going to go into the socket, and then 55mm into the thing. So 55mm and 55mm is 110. Plus you want to be quite close-ish, I would say. Tell you what, 110 plus 50 is 160. So I'm just going to cut this with my grinder. And then when you get one of these, make your life so much easier. Chuck it on there, and it creates that nice chamfer. You can use the grease type stuff, but I've always used this and it works fine. So the easiest thing to do will be chuck it into our Y first. Right, so yeah, I use some silicone spray on the fitting, and wait a minute, yep, in the fitting, and then you want to just gently twist and push. because if you just push down you can dislodge the rubber. Just check. You can see the rubber seal all the way around. Yeah, that's fine. So that's that in. Same again for this. So you can spray around there. Silicone spray around there, and that is going in that way. Twist and push, twist and push. You don't want it too far in because it'll catch stuff, but that's just about right there. So now it's time to figure out this jobby. Tell you what, let's just get it on there first and see what we're looking like. Right, so we're on. Cut that back, I think. How many ways can you turn a thing to make it do what you want? I reckon that's it, you know. Right, 310. Chuck her in there. Give her a twist, twist and push, twist and push. Give him a twist and pull him back out. Get the orientation right. Come on, Jonathan. Tighten her up. So that's definitely going downhill, isn't it? It's just a case of whether this. Ah, there we go. Boom. And that's the money shot there. That's safe, man. I'm way too steep downhill, so when I put my fitting on there, it's going to go down and then back up again. But that's always been like that, hasn't it? So, what's that? Sandwich bag. Wow. That explains why all that crap was sat in the bottom of that pipe. Yeah, so that put a kibosh on our plan. So basically, you see how steep the angle of that is coming out of the wall. And then look over to that. And I put my laser on there. See it just touching the crown? And go over there. You've got like, what, 10 mil? But if you think there's got to be a fitting to go on here. There's no flex really in these fittings for direction. By the time that gets down there, in fact, let's demonstrate it. And that will explain why I said when I left the tap on, it trickled out of there rather than running nicely. And it explains why all that crap was sat in the bottom of that pipe. Yeah, look in there, all that sludge. So if you ask me, I don't think that had any fall on it whatsoever. And if anything, I reckon it was probably falling back towards the house by the time it got to there. So that's no good. So I'm thinking the sink must be about, I don't know, here maybe? This has obviously got that nib there, isn't it? That we can't get rid of if we're not changing the cavity lintel. So when that gets boarded across, we can hide the waste pipe in here, down there, and then under the kitchen units, so it'll never be seen, and run into the new kitchen waste, which is by there. So put my new piece of pipe in there from the toilet. Then this is going to be our new waste to the kitchen. So this is ready to connect onto now. You're supposed to put a coupler either side of the concrete to allow any movement. I mean, it's belt and braces really. Then that pipe then is going to go through this pipe because you need 50mm clearance around the orange pipe for movement. So what I'm going to do is make some sort of jig, probably screw some 4x2s across the trench here, 4x2 across the trench here. I'll get some 8mm bar or something like that. Nothing too major because it's only holding it in place while the concrete gets poured. Drill it through the top of that pipe and adjust it with a nut so I can get the right height, get it all set, and then when that's screwed to the floor there and to the floor here, it'll stop that pipe floating about when the concrete pours. Right, so this is basically what I've done. I'm really sorry, but I haven't got time to explain it. So basically that is where I want my thing, and it's all locked in now. The heights are set with the fall. We've got our correct 50mm clearance all the way around the pipe, and then when I dig that floor out in there, I can just whoosh, push my new pipe through there. But I've just got to make sure now no concrete can get in there, no concrete can get in across here, and I've got a lot to do.